27-year-old have to stay at home housewife who's married to the 51-year-old man. Ladies, she is not winning. She is being exploited by an older man who got her pregnant back to back so that it would be harder for her to leave.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a video of a 27 years old stay-at-home mom and she's married to a 51 years old man. So this young lady came online to talk and to share her story. Initially, her content that's exactly what it is. I'm a 27 years old stay-at-home mom married to a 51 years old husband. That's like her intro and her thing. And a lot of people enjoy her content. She has 3 kids and all that. And a couple of weeks ago, she announced that she and her husband are getting a separation. And this just struck the entire internet because at the time she was really picking up on the internet, a lot of people, she got a lot of backlash, people telling her the age difference was too much. Why was she messing around with a man that age? And she wanted to explain that she met her husband when she was 21 and things moved really quick. She got pregnant, they got married, and she started popping up kids. And now they're separating. Now she's looking for a job and all that. So why I'm making, you guys know why I'm making this video already. So we're going to hear her share her own story and then people's response to her story. And then we're also going to see her come back to actually give us like a little bit of insight of where she is mentally and share her story. But for me, I just like, no hate to this creator, like nobody should even send hate to her because whether you like it or not, she was young, stupid, and probably didn't have anybody to talk to her and to steer her into the right direction. But yeah, let's go check out this video, people's response to it, and then we'll come back and talk more.
I will give my introduction a million times because I'm a grown-ass woman and I'm not ashamed. For the ones who didn't know, my name is Diamond. I'm a 27-year-old stay-at-home mom with a 51-year-old husband. We met when I was 21 and all within that year, we dated. We got pregnant, got engaged, and then we got married, all in that order. I hope that cleared up your confusion, but now what I am confused about is TikTok. Why are you being messy? Because how did a video of a woman explaining to other black women that they need to stop dating older men end up on my For You page? Like, Ariana, what am I doing here? But I stayed and I listened, and there was some really good valid points. But listen, I am a firm believer that a man will be a man regardless of his age. So baby, if that man is older than you or younger than you, treating you right and loving you down, you literally only get this life once. Don't keep basing your life on other people's experiences, and just do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, that is your man and nobody else's. So go stick beside him, boo. Okay, bye.
Okay.
27-year-old stay-at-home mom with a 51-year-old husband, and hold on. Some things are about to change, and I need y'all to hold my hand when I say this. I'm 27-year-old stay-at-home mom who is separating from her 51-year-old husband. I tried to hold it in for as long as I could. Good morning, Bookie Butt. I have a lot of explaining to do, but what I want to do right now is make some coffee with my Bookies. Back with the larger cup because we got bigger goals. And baby, I've been all over the place, so I ain't got no cold phone, but it's okay. We got whipped cream. Ayy. I had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. because my mama had surgery, and I had to take her. So after I dropped her off, I rushed back home so I can pack lunches and get the girls all ready to go to school. And yes, they were home with their daddy. And listen, although I'm not ready to talk about this quite yet, the one thing that I will address, because Mr. Big Papa said if I'm the one that's walking away, then I need to live in my truth and tell y'all what is really going on. And I simply said, okay. And I'm not gonna lie, I got nervous for 2 reasons. Because number one, it really feels real now. And number two, I was scared that I'm gonna lose some of my Bookies. But anyway, once I got the girls all settled with breakfast, I decided to come upstairs and do a little makeup because when you look good, you feel good, boo. And got my little beautiful Rugrats all in the car ready to go. And by the time I dropped them off, I went to go wait for my mama to get done with her surgery. Because I heard we wasn't supposed to be spending no money today. I got her home and all settled. And then I confirmed my first job interview in 6 years. And then I cried for a little. Okay, bye.
Okay, first of all, Diamond, I love your content, love your family, I love it. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm, how old am I? I'm 49. I done been divorced with 2 small kids. I done been married again. Husband died. You gonna get through it. My kids are now, my daughter is 30. She about to be 31 and my son is about to be 27 next month. And that was when I divorced from their dad back when they was like 4 and 8. So you'll pull it back together. You seem like a really smart young lady. But for the followers, for all the people who love her and love her content, you cannot get her soon-to-be ex-husband fired. That child support gonna come in handy. Them alimony payments gonna come in handy. I was getting $1,500 a month in child support for my 2 kids. and it made my life so much easier. Do not call this man's job and get him fired. That is the most craziest thing that anybody could ever do. He gets fired, her and his income gets cut off. She's not gonna get anything. She's gonna be really struggling. She needs that alimony check and those that child support check coming in. So don't get her fired. We just need to lift her up in prayer and just keep supporting her page, reposting her videos, liking her videos, interacting and engaging, so she can make as much money as possible for a safe exit. That's what we need to do. That's how we support her. We don't support her by going against him, because that's still her kid's father as well. So, yeah, don't try to get this man fired.
I have to assume that one day I may be a single mother, even though I'm only having kids after I get married. The fact that 50% of marriages do not work out, and out of the 50 that are currently married, statistics show that 50% of those people are not happy in their marriages, and another 15% of that admits to infidelity. So with all those statistics, what does that tell you? That if you're a woman, you should be dating not just for love, for stability, for common sense, for finances, for your future and the future of your children in the case that you do not work out with your husband. Some call it gold digging, other people call it being effing smart. Literally every other culture does this. This is not groundbreaking, guys. And if you want to be a stay-at-home mother, you should only be seeking marriage from a man who makes much more than you do and who could pay you out if he cheats on you or you have to divorce him. I will not be entertaining any man that cannot fit that bill. And thankfully, I don't entertain men who don't fit that bill. I do care what you do for a living. I do ask you about your finances because I have a background in finance. I like personal finance. I manage my finances well. Do you? I am for prenups. I'll get my own lawyer and I'll put things that'll benefit me in the case we do not work out. That's what should have been done by these women on TikTok that marry these men in their 50s, pop them 3 kids, and these men end up being treacherous and they gotta leave them. Now they're broke. Stop letting these grown men play with y'all. Stop thinking love is a fairy tale. Get the paperwork. Put things in writing. You should not be broke if you're leaving your rich husband. Stop playing the cards wrong. If not for yourself, do it for your children.
Stay-at-home 27-year-old wife married to a 51-year-old man reminds me how when women mature and grow up, they just outgrow the relationship. As someone that's been married previously, luckily I didn't have any kids. I married somebody that was significantly older than me. I'm almost certain he took advantage of the fact that I was unexperienced and didn't understand what I was getting into. And I feel like that is a similar situation to the 27-year-old housewife that's married to the 51-year-old man. But hearing like just briefly her story, and even though she's only given surface level stuff, girl, I've been there. I've been there. You've matured, you've grown up, you realize what you want and what you don't want, and you've pretty much outgrown what that 50-year-old man wants you to do for him, and you don't want that for yourself anymore, and I love that for you.
I will give my introduction a million times because I'm a grown-ass woman and I am not ashamed. For the ones who didn't know, my name is Diamond. I'm a 27-year-old stay-at-home mom with a 51-year-old husband.
Excuse me?
Met when I was 21, and all within that year, we dated, we got pregnant, got engaged, and then we got married, all in that order.
Met when she was 21, 6 years ago, which means that he was 45 years old when they met. Man, old enough to be her father.
27-year-old stay-at-home mom that is, yes, still preparing to separate from her 51-year-old husband.
Now they're preparing to divorce.
I told y'all from the beginning that although I'm in an age gap relationship, I'm not a big advocate of age gap relationships. I could have sworn I told y'all I had mommy and daddy issues, baby. And that if my childhood was different, then no, I would not have ended up with my husband.
Oh my God. Now that they are going through their divorce and stuff like that, she's now on her page basically saying like, oh, no matter their age, it look like these men never mature and stuff like that. And I'm just like, what do you expect from a man that is 20 plus years older than you and is willing to date you? That man is old enough to be your father. What do you expect from a man that is willing to do that with you? There's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home mom. I seen BRS make a very good point the other day. He said when women were stay-at-home moms by law, the whole idea of being a stay-at-home mom is a misogynistic standpoint. Women had to be stay-at-home moms. They had no rights at all because the men were actually misogynistic back then. So for women to voluntarily be stay-at-home moms, mind you, like I said, no problem with it. You're setting yourself up to be in that misogynistic idea of a way of living. Like, it's weird. True. Especially with older men with an age gap of 20 plus years of age, bro. It's wild.
I'm going to tell y'all my thoughts on the 27-year-old have to stay at home housewife who's married to the 51-year-old man. And I say that she's a have to stay home housewife because we all know that she has no other choice. If she went to her husband today and said, babe, put the girls in daycare, I want to be outside, she would not be allowed. Ladies, she is not winning. She is being exploited by an older man who got her pregnant back to back so that it would be harder for her to leave. She does not have a lifestyle that is enviable or extravagant. She moved into his starter home. She does not have anything with this man that she could not have gotten by herself.
Exactly.
Doing hauls from Marshalls does not mean that you are living a soft life. Baby, I ain't been employed steadily for years and I be tearing Marshalls up. I say all of this to say men, and especially older men, are not salvation. Most of them are looking for home health aides. There is a reason that she is 25 with 3 kids, and that reason is he had to secure his nurse. Her husband also has a violent past, but we can talk about this later. Ladies, these men will not save you. They are saving themselves when they hook up with you and get you pregnant. Do it for yourself. The lifestyle you want, the things you want, do it for yourself. Because these men, especially these old, washed up, out of shape men who can't even find a date with a woman their own age, are plotting on your youth and your future. The things you want for your life, do it for yourself, ladies, because you are in danger dealing with these old geezers.
Let's clock T for a moment. So, what I have honestly come to realize about social media is that, yes, people are going to judge you. People are going to hate on the things that you have that they can't obtain. And also, they're going to continue to hate on you because they honestly want to be you. So, I came across this video of a young lady talking about the 27-year-old wife who was married to a 51-year-old husband. They're now going through a period of separation, and I go into the comments and all I see is, I block all age gap content, especially the content where they always talk about their relationship and pause. Someone else mentioned y'all favorite celebrities are in age gap relationships. Secondly, what I've really come to realize with social media is that when somebody is speaking their truth, their honest truth, and they're just when they gain a following off of being their authentic self, aka Morgan, for example, there's always one thing that is nitpicked on. Oh, Morgan's just young and dumb. You know, she's going to run back to him, in which she did. But also, once again, you said she's young and dumb. So she needs to experience it. She doesn't need 20,000 people in the comments telling her to leave. Because at the end of the day, when she put her phone down, what is she going to do? Be doing whatever the heck she wants to do. So let's resort this back to the 27-year-old who married a 51-year-old. I think she said that they were married 5 years. And she met him in their early 20s. Why do people love to belittle others based off their journey? Because, baby, I know for a fact, if you got on this internet right now and told your story about something that somebody else wouldn't accept, you're going to get bashed too. So maybe y'all should start giving other people grace and stop acting like y'all so high and mighty. Like, honestly, it's really irritating the heck out of me. Because it's plenty of women in this young lady's comments, not only Diamond's actual page, but this other young lady's page where she was speaking about how she went through the same thing and how other things can lead to you feeling like you've outgrown this relationship. All we need to be doing is clapping it up for Diamond. she's outgrown this relationship. She's still not in this relationship. She's trying to find her way, get on her feet. But why is the issue of her soon-to-be over relationship still the center of attention? Why?
That's what you make sense of.
And I honestly believe it's because you're jealous. Being bitter. You're jealous of the clout. Not the clout. She doesn't have clout. I'm sorry, Diamond. I love you. You're jealous of what she has, the content that she creates, the following that she has. That's what it really is. You wish that was you. Because I can count on plenty of fingers, many mom content creators who get backlash. We need to do better as women. Once again, the stigma of black women putting other black women down is true. I should see nothing but grace and positivity about a soon-to-be single mother. She even said that she was getting ready for a job interview. She didn't even sit there and say that I'm going to turn solely into an influencer. But I bet y'all would have ate her up. And she would have said, I'm going to turn into a full-time content creator, and this is how I'm going to provide for my 3 girls. I bet y'all would have had a whole field day if she would have said that. And it still would have been taken into a negative context. Why do we need to do a little soul searching, honestly? A lot of soul searching. Because the judgment that gets passed on the internet is crazy to me. Crazy.
I had some breakfast. I should have definitely seeked out healing before trying to combine my life with another person. When 2 people come together to try to combine their life into one, it's never going to be easy. 2 separate beings trying to combine as one will never be the easiest thing in the world. And the thing about it is, I did not know myself. I had no sense of self. I could not see the beauty that people saw within me when they looked at me physically. I knew I had a good heart. I knew that I had a lot of love in me. It took me a while to learn how to walk with my head up high and not looking at the ground. And people used to say it to me all the time when they would see me in public, especially men. And like, pick your head up. For some reason I couldn't. Looking back at me at 20 and 21, God, I wish that I had a mentor. I do suffer from anxiety and depression. Everyone kind of talks about how you change physically after having kids, but nobody really get into the detail of how your brain chemically changes. After having my children, I was no longer the same person. I have dealt with the most debilitating anxiety and depression that I've ever dealt with in my life. The thing about it is, I thought I had a partner that could help me navigate through that. Okay? Just like I didn't sign up for certain things, he didn't sign up for that. And I think because we genuinely moved too fast and did not build a real friendship, that it is hard to accept for better or for worse. You have an expectation of what you think your life is going to look like. Marriage, work, motherhood, fatherhood, whatever it is. You get frustrated and disappointed when things start looking a little different. I didn't feel like I had a safe space to express my anxiety and my depression. Despite my struggles, I tried my best to show up the best that I could. Like one day I looked up and I just felt like I was drowning. Couldn't keep the house clean. I was so tired all the time. To divide myself up into 4 people. I didn't really have any friends. I didn't go out. Life just seemed very repetitive. Looked at how hard my husband was working. And so I would try to do things myself. Babysit other kids, DoorDash, Instacart, come up with a business so that I could help on what I thought could help relieve some of his workload. But the truth is, none of that would have ever worked. I thought if I helped out just a little bit, I wouldn't have to feel so alone. I would have help with the kids. We could go out more. Even if I was to get a job, I felt like that was unfair to me. I knew in the back of my head that even if I was to go out and get a job, that I would still feel alone. And now everything would be on me. The house, the kids. And so I sat within my comfortability. I feel like I tried my best. For things to work, you people need to be able to bring their whole selves into the union. The small things do matter. Find your sense of self first. Also, make sure that you're okay with accepting the flaws and shortcomings of that person. Know that nothing and no one is perfect. But if you take your time and get to know your person and even their flaws, because everyone has flaws, everybody has shortcomings, but what you have to ask yourself is, am I willing to accept this person with their shortcomings, with their flaws? Can I still love you through your struggles? Find your purpose. Remember who created you. And just let that light shine through you. I love you. Okay, bye.
Wow, like I love her being very honest, transparent, and letting us know, just get even a glimpse of what's going on. Like, love you, Diamond. I get a lot of people are giving her like tough time on the internet, talking about everything that is going on in our relationship, and oh, why she got married to this man young, da 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 da, and all that. But hey, let me know what you think about this entire conversation down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, be free, share your thought. Okay, we're just here to have conversation, please. We're not here to tussle. Okay, so I really do appreciate her being honest, being transparent, and really sharing, giving us insight of what's happening. And a lot of the things she said, I feel like it's something we talk about a lot here on this channel, talking about how as women we should go know ourselves. We should be very aware of ourselves and ask ourselves these questions before we get into it. Because a lot of the time, the way marriage, relationship is being portrayed, it's out of the real. Even having children, being a mother, being a wife, being a father, it's just a fantasy away from the reality. In fact, the point I would say is like really total, like a total abstract of what was sold to us by society. And this is why here on this channel, I'm a big advocate of women to go do the work. When I mean do the work, go to seek therapy. If for me, I even feel like seek therapy, seek help, counseling, mentorship from someone that you know has a clear mind. Because a lot of the time we have a lot of pick-me women that are not going to tell the truth to the younger women out there, to say, you know what, this step you're taking doesn't seem right. Even though we know that yes, the younger women are still going to go on and make the decision for themselves because it is their life, respected. Okay, but when somebody is telling you something, no matter how stupid the thing is, or how stupid you think the thing is, when you lay down in your bed at night, sometimes it clocks in and you're just like, maybe that's why this, and then you from there you make your decision. And this is why, like, as a woman that has centered herself, that has made herself a priority, and I get people telling me, oh, Destiny, the way you're not talking like a married woman, and da 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 da. That's because I am trying to warn the young girls out there. That idea that they're selling to you of marriage, it's a lie. That idea they're selling to you to be a mother, it's a lie. Know exactly what you're getting yourself into. I'm not telling anybody not to get married. I'm not telling anybody not to have children. But you can clearly see this dynamic of Diamond. She was 21, and we had this conversation already here on this channel where we talk about how men, especially older men, prey on younger girls, because at that point in the time they know that they are not confident on themselves, they don't know who they are, they don't know what they are, they don't know what they want. And I've said it, even me myself, I've said it, that me 21 years old Destiny is a different 21 years old Destiny now that she's 40. There's no way I would take the things I took when I was 21. There's no way I would take it now. There's something that comes with when a woman is a woman has done the work, like she's in therapy, she's very in tune with who she is, herself, her character, her trauma, her triggers, her flaws. She's very in tune with it. Like you can identify those things when you are at 8, you can be like, oh, that man, is this rubbish? I've started this. Yeah, this is my trauma response to this. When you're very self-aware with yourself, and then you are able to work and make your own money, you move in a different way, and you tolerate and you stand up for yourself in a different way than when we were in our 20s. In our 20s, we know nothing. We don't even understand what trauma is. We only go with the fantasy, hoping that one Prince Charming will come and take us and sweep us off the feet and take us all there. No. Sorry, I'm laughing, but that's not the truth. That's not the reality. So when I talk to young, especially younger girls, and I'm telling them, do the work, don't be in any rush to get married. Know exactly what you're getting yourself into, because marriage is not easy. Like, it's terrible. When people talk about blah, 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 I'm like, you know what? It's because my marriage is not your regular society marriage. Because if it was, I don't think I'll be able to speak up the way I am. I don't think I'll be able to move the way I am. And that's what I'm saying. If you ever want to do marriage, do it the non-conventional way, because the traditional way that has been sold to us is a lie, especially to women. It doesn't benefit you. Like, you hear what Diamond said. Eventually, it felt like she was putting in so much, pouring so much of herself into the relationship, because she was taking care of the kids. She was doing DoorDash, trying to get hands meet, and yet he still feel. And like the other creator was talking about how the things that this man is so-called giving her or providing for her is things that she could easily provide for herself if she was by herself and independent of herself. She could provide those things for herself. It's not a big deal that he was providing it for herself. But when you work, you have the time, you work and you put in the work, you're going to afford those things for yourself, and you're going to be fine. So that fear like, oh, you just need a man to take care of yourself so that you can provide those things for yourself. And then the sister that was coming talking about, oh, women are just being jealous, why people just, like, we're not being jealous, we're just telling the truth. Especially women, middle age. Well, should I call myself middle age in my 40s? Is that middle age? I think 50 is middle age. Okay. But someone in their 40s, married for almost 12 years now, being with their partner, she has some kind of experience here, and they have friends of about the same age that are going through struggle. She's going through struggle, and yet we come here and we're telling other women to watch out. And then some women are out there telling us that it's because we're jealous, that it's because we want other women to be single like us. Not like, oh, like, okay, not me though, but they'll say, oh, we want other women to be single. They'll tell single women, because if single women are talking about it, they'll tell single women that, oh, single women just are miserable, they want married women to come and join them. Why married women will say single? Like, ladies, bottom line is that being married, the idea of marriage, the idea of being a mom is not as easy as it takes, and it's not going to solve all your problems. It's not going to bring you that inner happiness that you think you're looking for. Do you know where the inner happiness comes from? It's within you. And I found out the hard way, and I found that a couple of years ago. It was me that's a very clingy wife to my husband. My. I was that woman. Yes, I was that woman that my husband was everything. My husband was the center of my world and everything. But once I started therapy and I started healing, doing the work and all that, and I started being very self-aware, very intentional about my life, it just kind of changed in from there on. And a lot of you guys see me like, oh, Destiny, you're glowing, drop skincare routine. I will. I'm working on it. But the truth is, the peace of mind you get is you being intentional with your life, is you speaking to yourself, be honest to yourself, because a lot of time we lie to ourselves, especially in my society, in my culture. They'll tell you that don't think negative about your life, don't be honest. If those kind of things come, if you're broke, you say you are not broke, reject it in Jesus' name. No, when I'm broke, I look myself in the mirror and say, girl, you're broke and you need to get your ass up. Girl, you're weak, you need to do something about it. So I feel like when you identify your problem, and then you can do something about it. And that's something I want every woman, every young girl to be very intentional with their life. Know why they are getting into a relationship, and ask yourself, how does that relationship benefit them? If that relationship does not benefit you in any kind of way, or all you are going with is the emotions and the butterflies you feel from that relationship, please sister, take a break, like take a deep breath. Because that love you're finding out there, you need to give it to yourself. Love yourself. I don't know if I've preached to someone, if I'm able to touch someone, but that's one thing. And there's one of the biggest secrets I'll tell you people about why I look so happy, genuine. And you can literally see the happiness from within my face, my eyes, and all that. That's because I am the center of my world. I put myself first, and I am very intentional with my life. And I don't go by what society says. In fact, right now, the place I am in my life, if society said go left, I am going right. because society has proved themselves that society is not structured to benefit you as a woman, especially as a black woman. So I go against everything society says, honestly. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. Go on and share your thoughts. Don't forget to share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversations. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because it helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.